that. I will say this about Villa. Like, if it was a striker at any one of the sort of traditional top 6 clubs, they'd be getting pelters. Watkins, like, hang your head in shame today. Because if that was Rasmus Højlund, if that was Saka, even if Erling Haaland missed those chances, if Darwin Núñez missed them, there would be memes forever. Like, David, I know you're a big fan of Ollie Watkins, but they were shocking today. The opportunities had that he missed.
The misses. I'm just saying, check his Sky Bet. He's an Arsenal fan. I'm just saying, when they didn't win the league last year, his face when they were watching it, he was so sad. They qualified for the Champions League. I'm just check it because those misses were criminal. But I actually came on to say, fair play to Arsenal. They won. I'm surprised you're all this negative.
No, not all of us. Not all of us. Count me out of that negativity. I'm not part of that discussion. I'm not involved in that.
I'm just letting you all know I'm not an Arsenal fan, so I'm not involved at all. I'm not an Arsenal fan.
No, I'm just surprised at the overall negativity, considering how the game went. Because personally, you know how earlier on when United lost, people were saying United deserved to win. If any team today deserved to win, but by how the game was going, it was Villa before you scored your first goal, and then you guys came back and then you showed why you are a level above them, which is fair. And as long as this doesn't become a pattern, you're absolutely fine. It's not a problem.
David, I don't think it's about negativity though, bro. I think people.
I'm just saying.
Don't deflect, bro. It is.
But you're allowed to criticize a win. You're allowed to criticize things in a win. That's all it is.
Yeah,
David, Terry asked a question.
Giuseppe, bro, if we removed your words and just listened to your tone of voice during that monologue, it would be like you would think we lost the game, bro. Where's the energy, man?
Dio draws it out.
Party hard, party scored, you know. Gonna party hard.
Hold on. See, Terry said the question was, what did you think about today's game? Arsenal won 2-0 against the team that we dropped 6 points to last season. And the first thing you want to talk about is if we had a striker in there, I'm like, where are we going with this? Like, how is this even the conversation? We lost to Aston Villa last season, home and away. We played better than them last season. We played better than them last season and lost to them, right? Last season, home and away, 6 points taken away. We look at the end of the season and we're like, if we had just beat Aston Villa, we win the league. And then our second game at the beginning of this season, there's a mentality thing there that tells you that these guys were the ones who stopped us last season. And we go in there, we keep a clean sheet, we come out of it, we find ways to score. Our goalkeeper makes an amazing save. And all we want to pick out, right, are the negativities, even though we found a way to win. So here's the thing about it. If you go into a game, right, fair play, you go into a game and you don't play to your standard, but you win. That's champion mentality because you're finding a way to win. You're not losing that game. The bottom line is we can't always be the special team that looks amazing, scored great goals, somebody done, and then at the end we want to talk about some games will play very well and win.
95% of what I said.
Some games will play crap. Some games will play crap and we'll win. The bottom line is we walked out of this with 3 points.
Don't exaggerate.
And 2-0 against an Aston Villa. Boom. That's all I care about.
Most of what I said was positive in my first thing, yeah. And then I said about the striker and Souls. I said one thing, just saying this game showed me that we still need a striker, in my opinion. Then Souls called me out and said, "No, we don't need a striker." So then I replied to Souls and Dio.
Bro, you're already in negative mode before then, bro.
Giuseppe, all I heard, bruv, was Arteta out. That's all I heard when he started talking, bruv. That was it. It was just there.
All I'm gonna say is I've got there are some players there that I'm looking at going, hang on.
I knew that's what you really came with. I knew it. All them niceties at the start. I knew it.
No. Let me finish. Let me finish. For now, I'll allow him today. Because apparently he's playing in the wrong position. I'll allow it. Today he gets a pass. But I'm still watching because he's on fraud watch for me. And that Martinelli guy, he's making Don look like a genius. I'm just saying it.
I'm just saying. Really, I've got to say, Don put a message in the group chat.
He's bad.
And I don't know if he got my meme back, but he basically said, I don't want to hear anyone sort of talk about Martinelli over Mohamed Mudrik. And I just put a picture of...
no, he didn't.
No, he did. I just put a picture back, replied with a gif of Dwarfs singing. Because I'm like, Because I'm like, you can't. If you're gonna,
Terry.
Hang on, please let me finish, bro. If Don's thing was, I think Martinelli stinks, then cool. But it wasn't. Your thing was essentially saying, I think Mahalo Mudrik's better. Martinelli being bad doesn't mean you're winning the debate that Mudrik's better. It's just sorry, David. It's just a micro penis competition. If you're right, I don't get the flex, bro. I don't
know. What I'm saying is the fact this is even becoming a conversation is mad, because this should never be a conversation. It shouldn't be, because today that is a droppable, I don't want to see you again level of performance. That was that bad every time. Remember,
so this is the thing though. But this is why it's not a debate though, because Martinelli has performed. Mahalo Mudrik never was. He's never had a game.
Terry,
he's never been good.
Terry. That first game against Liverpool, I thought
Oh my God,
David. I'm gonna go to the super chat because I was gonna run out of time and I don't want to disrespect the viewers here. This says, why do people care about GA? Did he play well? Yes or no? Who cares if he played the last pass? Watch football on a TV, not a calculator. Yes or no? It depends who we're talking about. If I've got a striker that misses 4 open goals, but the rest of his play was good, I have got, like today, Ollie Watkins didn't play it well, but say Ollie Watkins balled out, but he still missed those chances, that's still a problem. Because otherwise, you're basically describing Darwin Núñez. I think your position and what you miss, dictates it. But yes, it isn't all about GA, but I think context is needed. I just think Martinelli doesn't suit much the system we are playing at the moment. He'll be flourishing for a counter-attacking team. Well, we need a left-sided attacker. Man United put a little cheeky £25 million bid in.
He's just lacking confidence, though, man.
What are we saying here, bro? He was in the system before, bro. He was fitting in the system before, bro. When he had a competent left-sided midfielder like Granit Xhaka, he was fitting in the system.
But as soon as he had an injury as well, Sad, you have to realize, as soon as he had an injury as well, he was never the same. He was never the same.
Look, this is what I'll say. This is what I'll say. There was a lot of variables to Martinelli last season. Like injury, new left-sided player, not like the change of left back multiple times, all that stuff. I hear that. Okay. Let's give him all of that last season. Let's give him that. But this season, he is on watch. He's someone that is on watch because, like, I don't know who said it earlier, but he could potentially be up for grabs in the next summer unless he fixes up this season. That's a position that he needs to watch. I've also said that he could double up as a number 9 because I see him because he's the second best finisher at our club, I believe. But for some reason they want to keep playing him on the left. So I would prefer to use him as a 9.
He was brought to play as a striker.
And he only plays well when Jesus is in the side because he makes different runs for him. That's also
let me go to Brandon, then we're gonna get to the next super chat. Go on, Brandon.
I can't believe you guys have just let that slide. Did you not just hear what Terry said? He said £25 million, and they want fucking 30 for McTominay, mate.
I'm just going by the level of negativity that I've heard from the likes. I'm just going by the level of negativity that I've heard from the likes of Giuseppe. That's all I'm engaging it from. So,
you've already downpriced our player with your negativity. Like if people come and they're like, yeah, he's so bad, let's just pay 15 million for him.
Manny here says, Terry, it's so obvious a proper striker is needed. This team is allergic to shooting. I'm okay with selling Martinelli. Leo is our scoring winger. Thank you, Manny.
You know what I hate about this whole Leo Trossard thing is that when he starts, a lot of people will complain about his lack of pace, his ability in transition, his 1v1 ability. And I like Leo Trossard as a substitute, as someone who can come on and impact it. But there's a lot of times when he starts games and he doesn't look it. So I just find from fans and how they change their perspective like the wind one game to game. Like Trossard was fantastic and he's been fantastic but let's not sit here and kid ourselves to say he's a starting level left winger for a club like Arsenal. Because when he does start, we will complain.
What about this comment here? I just want to throw it out if someone can jump on this real quick because we've got to try and get through these super chats. No one's talking about Partey. We need Rice back at 6. That's 2 weeks running. I've seen a few people saying he had poor game.
He definitely looks like he's lost physicality, bro. He doesn't look like the same party that was there
He's
before.
40 years old, bro. What do you expect from him?
Yeah,
40-year-old
the way
man.
Morgan Rogers threw him on the ground.
No, but bro,
my
you could see it, bro. If you think Rogers is ever able to do that to the party of like 2 years ago, bro? No way, bro.
But listen to what you just listen to what you just said, Sad. Sad, listen to what you just said. You said the party of 2 years ago.
And
listen to what you just said. The party of 2 years ago. Of course, that's a different party now. He's aged.
Yes, but brother, like you don't lose that much of physicality, bro. You don't lose that much
with the injuries he had. With the injuries he had, you're going to take out the context that he was injured for a whole season.
I don't. Hold on. 10 years in 2 years.
Wait,
you know that, right?
Wait. Son. Who scored the second goal again?
Yes, it was party, bro. Yes. Yeah. It's not even about that, bro. I'm just saying his physicality, bro.
Saying, man. He contributed to a 2-0 win today.
Guys, we've heard the response on that. I will say this. Give him what I would say is it's 2 games into the season. People get better as seasons goes on. I think there's one thing I would say about everyone reviewing any team, like slow down a little bit with writing him off completely or saying because things change very quickly. Remember what everybody was saying about Kai Havertz this time last year, and then what they ended up saying about him by the end of the season. So,
but I'm never saying.
I know. Sorry, I need to get through these super chats. There's so many of them, and we're going to run out of time. It says, "I hate to say it because I love the guy, but Martinelli is really starting to look like a one-season wonder. He seriously needs to improve his football brain." I think it's fair criticism. We beat the team we couldn't beat last year, and all these guys are fuming about a striker. Moreno is coming in and Partey ups his game. Competition pushes everybody. Bring strength in my area is what Manuel says here. Thank you, bro. Nate says, I'm so tired of people saying we needed a striker like Haaland. There are no strikers in the market capable of replacing Haaland's record.
Absolute rubbish. Absolute.
No one said that either.
Don't tell me there's no strikers on the market that could do a job for Arsenal.
That can do a job like Haaland is what he said. He didn't say not for. He said like Haaland.
Yeah, you know what he said there, Brandon. Look at him choosing words to say.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. It's one of those things. It's actually true. It is true. It is true that there's no one available in the market for Arsenal that can do what Haaland does. However, I don't think any Arsenal fan has said we need someone as good as Haaland. And if somebody, this is what Standard FC would do though. I want a striker. If they're not as good as Haaland, I'm gonna be fucking angry every day. That's the kind of thing them man do, because then they know they can keep being angry because it isn't happening. That man.